Looks for three. No good. Rebound Wade. That will do it. The Heat have advanced, eliminating the Philadelphia 76ers.
To look back at Miami's 4-1 series win over the 76ers in last year's playoffs as an easy one would be a mistake. The same Philly team that rallied from a 3-13 start to make the playoffs gave the Heat a tough fight throughout the postseason matchup, and Miami took notice.
They'll take the three and make the three! 20 years old! Williams for three in the lead. All right! Great comeback by the Sixers.
Tonight, the Atlantic Division leading Philadelphia 76ers. Yeah, I said it. That same Sixers team is back in Miami, and they got more fight in them. They are still young.
Holiday, the steal, the spin, and the slam.
They are still feisty.
The Sixers pressure on Joe Johnson as Young leaves him feeling rejected.
And still bitter.
LeBron behind the back of LeBron. DeWade and a two-hand jam. What a play by LeBron.
This should be a good one.
It is time for Miami Heat basketball on Sunsports. Welcome to the latest edition of Heat Live, delivered by Papa John's. The Heat is back on after two impressive wins over two Western Conference giants. In the rematch of the Eastern Conference first-round matchup of a season ago, here come the first-place Sixers on the backside of a back-to-back, something Philly isn't scared of as they haven't lost on day two of a double dip yet. By the way, they roasted the Hawks last night. Heat Live, delivered by Papa John's, continues. We deliver Doug Collins as he rolls into the building, ready to roll. Just one of our favorites right there. Lou Williams, I have one of the most interesting stories about this guy to tell you about his Christmas Eve during the game. You don't want to miss it. Plus, it's just an absolute terror to deal with. And there's Elton Brand. Where did Elton go to college, guys? Was that Duke? Hey, Seminole fans, how you living? How you living?
Because you can't afford not to.
LeBron, left side, pull up, jumper. LeBron, oh, he is feeling it now.
LeBron bombs up. It has been all James, all Porter.
And nice steal by LeBron. He's got a free one. Fisher's going to let him go. Ooh! Nice pass. Look out below. Sets it up for Dottie. For three. LeBron for three. Yes. Oh, my. LeBron, another three. Raining threes in Miami.
Starting lineup time. First up, your Miami Heat in place of Dwayne Wade. James Jones back in the starting lineup with Chalmers, Anthony Bosch, and James. For Doug Collins, Iguodala, Brand, my man Vucevic, Nicky Nick with Meeks and Holiday. There they are on your screen. And speaking of the Sixers, time now for our latest episode of Young and the Thaddeus, also known.
On a beautiful Saturday night in Miami, this has a big game feel to it. Inside the American Airlines Arena, the Heat play their 15th game of the season, their first against the team. They met in last spring's first round of the NBA playoffs, which was a Heat win in a 5-game series. This is the first of 4 meetings between these two teams. Even though the Heat have won 7 in a row against the 76ers tonight, no easy task for a Philadelphia team that leads the Atlantic Division by 5 games. As for the Heat, they're 10-4. They've won their last 2, both impressive victories here on the home floor without Dwayne Wade. So, Coach, we know the Sixers will come ready after defeating the Hawks in Philadelphia last night. Back-to-back shouldn't hurt them. They're 4-0 on the second night. The Heat need to be ready for this buzzsaw because Philadelphia, similar to Miami in some of their defensive capabilities.
Who would have thought that at this point in the season, the 76ers would have a better record than the Heat? At 11-4 to the Heat's 10-4, this is going to be a good game tonight.
Well, the Sixers trailing only the 14-3 Chicago Bulls atop the Eastern Conference standings. And you're looking at LeBron James a moment ago, the NBA's #2 scorer this year, and a man who's lifting even a bigger burden without Dwayne Wade. LeBron, in the 4 games he's played in without Wade, has averaged not only 32 points a game, how about 10 assists and 7 rebounds to go along with those 32 points a night.
Well, he uses all of his skills when Wade's out, can control the game in a lot of different facets of it.
Tony, the Sixers don't turn it over much. Will be interesting to see if the Heat could do that to them. Tonight's tip of the game delivered by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Our officiating crew is signed by the NBA. Gary Zielinski, Eric Dalen. Here's Bosh, another three ball. Kaboom!
You can tell, Eric, he had pretty good rhythm on that first shot. He does, number 7 in steals in the NBA. Great pass inside from Chris Bosh.
The team-leading 23rd dunk of the season for LeBron James. Miami has been reduced to 2. LeBron spinning by the center and laying it home. A gorgeous play.
Good screen by Bosh, but even a better use of the screen by LeBron.
Remember, they had a season-high 16 against the Spurs. That three rims off. Bosh tips it in, plus a foul.
Oh, beautiful tip in by Chris Bosh. Good timing on the play. That's a tough thing to do there and draw the foul. Good soft touch by Miller on that shot. One of the reasons why you teach get a backspin on your shot, because when you miss, it gives your team a chance to, that time was cheating. It resulted in that wide open three, and he did luck out on that.
I don't want to leave Meeks open too often from 3. Nice play. Aspen with a throw down off another Chris Bosh assist. That's his 4th of the half. 4 minutes left in the third. Chalmers for the lob. LeBron with a lay-in.
That all started with the post up by LeBron and then the scramble defense by Dwayne Wade.
Bosh keeps the dribble alive all the way to Grandma's house.
LeBron with a great screen there. Set up Bosh, who read it perfectly and went to the basket. Out of Temple, as you mentioned earlier, 6'9", 225.
Nice spin by LeBron. Oh my, the blow-by on Evan Turner, and the nifty finish for James.
Distance, he's got the spin move in the post. How do you play that man down there? Then you got to guard this as he comes across the middle. Looks like they got him all bottled up, all red shirts around. He still scores. Heat up 13 with 2:28 left.
Both sides. LeBron James, the best player in the world. And he can set a screen, too, to open up the man to roll out for the jam he wanted. And you want that mustache? I got a 70s mustache for you. Take a peek at it. Get yourself a Remington. It's a hard classics night. We're coming back on Sunsports. Udonis Haslem did some damage as well. 8 points, 10 rebounds. I'm telling you, if you just take a blank sheet of paper before the game and put 10 in your rebound box, you're probably not going to be wrong with Udonis. He did a little bit of everything today. Oh, look at Bosh, one of his 5 assists in there. The UU cut to the rim. Uh-oh, Block 40's back. Oh, he's doing some things. It is so nice to see Miami's own Udonis Haslem in the groove, in the flow, hitting 3 of his 6 shots, 22 minutes, 10 rebounds.
9 points, 9 rebounds, 5 of them offensive, and 3 block shots.
You can see why he's getting some all-star votes from the fans, getting some respect. He was very, very active. I think his most active game of the season tonight. All over the place. All you said, 5 offensive rebounds, down a nice little assist right there. Had the 5 block shots. Will not let guys get near the basket. Usually when he blocks it, a teammate gets the rebound, starts a fast break at the other end. A very active and very productive front line for the Heat tonight with Haslem, Joel Anthony, and Chris Bosh.
Jersey and his Floridians debut, LeBron James, was magically delicious. That man did some damage. 28 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks, a stick of butter, a container of milk, and a loaf of bread. For all the young people, they don't know anything about that. It was a good old little thing there on Sesame Street back in the day. LeBron James, bottom line, my point is, he did everything. 28 points in all on his 12 of 17 shooting. No three-point attempts out of LeBron. Picking and choosing. Didn't have to worry about it. Look at that. Look at that. Our graphics producer, Bob Hewitt, he had to type all that stuff. He's worn out. His fingers hurt. And the Miami Heat taking care of business, and they did it well early on. LeBron James, what are you doing? Making things happen. That man was busy in the contest and getting it to Bosh. Oh, Boshy. Did he let it go from 3 right there? He did. And then LeBron getting it from Bosh, who had 5 assists. I needed slow, and I needed Sploosh, sploosh now. And then Joel Anthony. That man is a part of a block party. He had 3 in the game, that he had 10 in all. And then LeBron. Oh, that is a spin. Montenegro, please. You tried to stop him? That is silly. Second quarter. Coley, 3-ball. Splash. And then I need Miller. I need him. Get it to him, Shane. Trifecta, you betcha. Mike Miller had 2 threes in the contest, and then the hook will always bring you back. That's more of a flip, though, but hookish. Cole's got a little something for you. Oh, the little teardrop out of the Cleveland Stater, and then LeBron with the chase down. Get that shot out of here. And then Bosh is still dishing. Are you kidding me? Get it to Haslam, who gets up and throws down. Let's go to the third quarter. After the LeBron drive that I missed on my sheet right here, LeBron had 28 points. I wanted him to have 26, apparently. Now third quarter, LeBron to Chalmers. The square root of 9 is 3. Oh, my goodness, this is so enjoyable. And then a little oop for the lay in. This was getting fun, wasn't it? And then Joel Anthony. The password is check sheet. That's the password. Why am I whispering? I'm going to talk loud, and there's Udonis working hard. Get it up. Get it to who's your daddy, to the fourth quarter. Miller, come on. If I could taste this shot, it would simply be delicious. That was really, really nice. And then Mr. Bosh back at it. That man fired up. 19 shots. He hit 11 of them. That is one for your eyes. And then Bosh, you better get it off the flip right there. But then here comes Bosh, who is going to simply cram it in the boot. Yeah, love that right there. LeBron, please don't hear. Oh, it's a spin cycle. That's difficult. And then a jump shot from LeBron. I did it in every aspect, everywhere on the floor. It was silly. And if you're at the barbershop, every now and then you can still get a fade. Yeah, you can. 12 of 17 went in for LeBron, as I noted. 28 points for him. He had 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks. I'm tired of talking about LeBron James. Actually, I never am. But it's just fatiguing when you talk about how much he does. 30 points for Mr. Bosh. He also had 7 rebounds and 5 assists, plus a couple blocks as well. Chalmers with 11. And look at the, I mean, you can't see what I see because I have a full box score. Battier 7, Haslam 8, Miller 8, Cole 7. I mean, that's getting bench production people coming on early. So make sure you are with us when we roll back in front of you, because the Bucks are already in town and they're having a great time. It's a wonderful, wonderful Saturday night for them. Make sure you join us for Heat Live, delivered by Papa John's at 5:30. This has been a presentation of Sunsports, your exclusive home for Miami Heat basketball. For Eric Reed, the coach Tony Fiorentino, as well as Joanna Gomez, I am Jason Jackson, saying thanks for watching and telling us what color the Freedom Tower is. Here's the final take.